You have selected the video tutorial, Creating a Tax Return. To exit the video at any time, click the Close button in the bottom right corner of the video screen. To begin a new return, select Tax Returns from the TaxSlayer Pro main menu. When prompted, print the Form 7216 Consent to Use Disclosure and then enter the taxpayer's Social Security number. You'll be asked if you wish to create a new return. Answer yes. Select the taxpayer's filing status. For our client, we'll select Single. Enter the taxpayer's first name, middle initial, and last name. Note, pressing the Enter key will take you to the next entry field. Enter the taxpayer's Social Security number and date of birth. The occupation field will appear next, followed by the taxpayer's street address and zip code. Once the zip code is entered, the city and state will fill in automatically. You'll need to enter 2 telephone numbers for the taxpayer if a bank product will be used for the taxpayer's refund. Click OK once you've finished entering the personal data. The Personal Information, Name and Address menu will appear. You can make any corrections or additions, such as adding an email address, to the client's personal data by selecting the desired menu option. Once you've finished, exit the Name and Address menu. You'll then be asked if you wish to enter dependents now. If you'll be adding dependents, select Yes, and the screen will prompt you for dependent information. For this video, we'll select No. Next, you're prompted for your preparer code. This is the number that you previously set up in configuration. Entering your preparer code makes certain that your company name and address prints on the 1040 forms. You'll now be at the Personal Information menu, where you can make any necessary additions or corrections by selecting the appropriate menu option. For this tutorial, we'll exit the Personal Information menu. Now you'll be asked if you wish to enter W-2s. We'll answer yes. Click the New button to enter a W-2 for the client. Enter the employer's EIN, the employer's name, street address, and zip code. Again, the city and state will automatically fill once you've entered the zip code. Next, enter the wages and withholdings from the client's W-2 onto the W-2 entry screen. The program will automatically calculate boxes 3 through 6. Enter the state abbreviation, the state ID, state wages, and state taxes withheld. If there are no more entries on the W-2, exit the W-2 screen by pressing the Enter key. If we had more W-2s, we would repeat the process. But since our client only has one W-2, we'll exit the W-2 listing screen. This takes us to the Income menu. If our client had income from other sources, we would enter it here. But for this tutorial, we'll exit the Income menu. This will take us to the client's 1040 screen. Our client's refund is displayed at the top of this screen. If we had other entries for this client, we would select the appropriate forms and menus from this screen. But for this client, we'll finish up by marking the return for electronic filing by selecting option 12, Mark Return Electronic. Select how the taxpayer would like to receive his refund. For our tutorial, we'll select Refund Anticipation Loan. You will need to print the Bank Consent to Disclosure form and then select the appropriate armed forces situation that applies to the taxpayer. The Practitioner PIN menu will display next. The information entered here will be used to fill out Form 8879, which is the taxpayer authorization form to e-file his or her tax return. TaxSlayer Pro will automatically fill in the. Simply look over the menu to make sure the information is correct. When we exit the PIN menu, a question will appear asking if we would like to print the 8879. We'll select Yes. The next menu is the e-file menu. If any information previously entered needs to be changed, it can be done from this menu. We're now finished with this tax return, and we've marked it for e-file. So now we can exit the client's 1040 screen. This will take us to the Receipt menu. Here we can review our fees, print an invoice, enter a payment for the preparation of the return, or if the return is filed as a bank product, review the estimated first check. When you're finished, exit the Receipt menu. A question will appear asking if you're ready to mark the return as completed and ready for transmission. We'll select Yes. A backup copy of the return will be created and will be taken back to the main menu where we can begin a new tax return. To transmit this return, watch the tutorial video titled E-Filing a Tax Return. Thank you for watching Creating a Tax Return. You may now close the video window and return to the main video selection menu.